Have you noticed how everyone seems to be flying to Turkey for surgery lately? No, it's not just influencers or celebrities, it's regular people. From New York to Berlin, from London to Dubai, thousands of people each month are choosing Turkey as their go-to destination for everything from dental implants to plastic surgery to orthopedic operations. And in 2025, the numbers are breaking records. So, what's going on? Why Turkey? Why now? Let's break it down, because the answer isn't just about price. It's about a perfect mix of quality, hospitality, accessibility, and yes, affordability. Let's start with cost, because that's the obvious starting point. Healthcare in many countries, especially in the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia, has become outrageously expensive. Want a dental implant in Los Angeles? That's $3,500 per tooth. Need a hip replacement in London? You're looking at £13,000 minimum, and often a wait time of months, if not more. Rhinoplasty in New York? $12,000 is considered average. Now, compare that to Turkey. That same dental implant? Around $400 to $600. A nose job? $2,000 to $2,500. A full hip replacement in a private hospital? $9,000 to $11,000. And that includes surgeon fees, anesthesia, private room, post-op care, medication, and sometimes even airport pickup and hotel stay. So yes, the prices are dramatically lower. But what's important to understand is why. It's not because the quality is lower. In fact, it's often the opposite. Turkey's cost of living is lower. The Turkish lira, compared to the euro or dollar, has remained favorable for years. That means wages, rents, and overhead costs for hospitals are significantly lower than in Western countries. Add to that a very competitive private healthcare sector and strong government incentives for medical tourism. And the result is simple: top-level care at lower prices. But affordability means nothing if the quality isn't there. That's where Turkey shines. There are more than 50 JCI-accredited hospitals in Turkey. That's the highest global standard for healthcare safety and quality. To put that in perspective, Germany has around 20. JCY evaluates hospitals based on everything from infection control to patient rights to medical equipment and staff qualifications. And speaking of staff, Turkish doctors are no joke. Many have studied in top universities in Europe or the US and continue to train internationally. Surgeons often specialize in just one or two procedures, meaning they've done thousands of the same operation. They've seen every type of case. Whether it's a hair transplant, a gastric sleeve surgery, or a facelift, you'll find doctors in Istanbul or Antalya who perform these procedures daily, with before and after results that speak for themselves. Let's also talk about the facilities. Some of the top hospitals and clinics in Turkey, like Memorial, Acıbadem, Live Hospital, and Medipol, honestly look more like five-star hotels than medical institutions. Modern architecture, spacious recovery rooms, in-house translators, concierge services, cafes, even private chefs. It's an entirely different experience compared to being on a hospital ward back home. And that leads into the third big reason: the experience. When you book surgery in Turkey, you're not just getting a doctor, you're often getting an entire team. A driver picks you up from the airport. A coordinator walks you through every step. A translator is available 24/7. You're booked into a nearby hotel, often included in the price. Some packages even include spa treatments or sightseeing while you recover. For a lot of people, this feels like turning something stressful, surgery, into something comforting, even pleasant. And it doesn't stop there. Turkey is a stunning country. Let's not forget that. After your recovery period, you could be relaxing in a thermal spa in Bursa, enjoying a seaside meal in Izmir, or exploring the markets of Istanbul. Many people extend their trips by a few days just to unwind. Some even bring their partners or friends along and make a vacation out of it. But okay, you might be wondering, is it safe? This is the most asked question, and it's a valid one. The short answer is yes, if you do your research. As with any country, there are excellent clinics and there are bad ones. That's why it's crucial to look for things like international accreditation, verified patient reviews, before and after photos, doctor certifications, and transparent communication. Good clinics will explain the full process, from consultation to aftercare. They'll provide detailed pricing up front. They'll never pressure you. They'll often assign you a coordinator to assist with everything. And the Turkish government is heavily invested in the reputation of its health tourism sector. There's now a legal framework, regular inspections, and a national health tourism portal that lists certified facilities. Let's not forget accessibility. Istanbul is a global hub. For most European cities, you're looking at a 2 to 4 hour flight. From the Middle East, it's even shorter. And from North America, direct flights to Istanbul take about 9 to 10 hours. With Turkish Airlines expanding routes and competitive ticket prices, getting to Turkey has never been easier. So, let's review. You're saving thousands of dollars, sometimes tens of thousands. You're receiving care from internationally trained doctors in world-class facilities. You're treated like a guest, not a number. You're recovering in a beautiful country that values hospitality. And you're avoiding long wait times, red tape, and unnecessary stress. And perhaps most importantly, you're not alone. In 2023, more than 1.2 million people visited Turkey for medical care. That number is expected to grow even more in 2025, as word spreads and more people share their stories online. Social media is filled with honest reviews, video diaries, recovery tips, and success stories from people just like you. Real people. Not actors, not scripted ads. So, if you're considering surgery, whether it's cosmetic, dental, bariatric, or orthopedic, it's worth taking a serious look at Turkey. Not because it's cheap, but because it's smart. People aren't flying to Turkey because it's a secret anymore. They're flying there because it works. And maybe it could work for you too.